In this video, we are going to be dismantling an Abu Garcia Revo S. So you can get into the inside and clean everything, lube everything, or change out any broken parts you may have. First step you want to do is you want to take the spool out of the center. And to get to that, you want to take this thing right here loose. Once you get it nice and loose, the screw's not always it's on a spring, so it's not ever going to come all the way out. And to get this loose, you want to take it, slide it over, grab the back of this, and slide that forward, and then pull it out, and your spool will come out with it. So you want to do that, you just want to set that off to the side. The next step is you want to start working on the handle. And to take the handle off, you're going to start by taking this one little screw out first to get that retainer clip out. You're going to set that to the side and not lose it or mix it up with your other screws. Take this and put that with it so we'll know it's the same. Then you want to take this one nut off. And there's going to be a washer under that nut. And a good rule of thumb is when you're dismantling a fishing reel, you want to take everything and put it in a line of how it came out. Alright, so the next step is to take this piece right here. You're going to want to hold your worm gear still while you twist this off. And that will sit right here. And then underneath that you'll have a couple washers that are stacked. And these washers always need to have a gap in between them. So pay attention to that when you go to put it back together. And right here, the cylinder that goes all the way through, you want to take it and slide it up. It's going to have a washer on the top of it, so don't lose that. Then your next step is you want to take this little piece off right here. Do that, you just twist it righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. That's how everything is on here. We'll pull that all the way off. And you're going to have a little piece down in there. You want to make sure that piece stays in there. So we'll go ahead, since that's on the bottom, we'll put that on a bottom roll. And then you're going to have this little plastic piece right here that comes off of that. And it's got a little keyway in the back. And that keyways will match up with this whenever you go to put that back together. And your next step is you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws to pull this cover off. We'll go ahead and jump into that. Whenever you pull this screw off, there'll be a little backing thing. So make sure you keep those two things together. That should just slide right on out. So keep that off to the side, the rest of your screws, but make sure not to mix them up and remember where each screw came from. Next, I'm going to go get this one little screw in here. This is going to be some tiny screws, so be careful not to lose any of them. Alright, so now we'll get the two on the outside. Let's get this one up here. And once you get that one, this whole faceplate, make sure you put it down flat. This whole faceplate is going to slide up off the top. And like I said, this piece is on a spring and it's always going to be in there. So you don't have to worry about losing that. Set it off to the side. Now you want to be careful when you take this off, because you have two little springs here, one there and one there. Those will come out and fly across the room if you're not careful. So you want to take those and set it down here, that. Then to take this off, this whole thing will slide up all at once. But it does come apart. So you're going to take that top washer, put it here, the next washer, you want to make sure you put it down the way it come out so it goes back in the right way. Take everything and line it up nice and neat. There's also a little gear on the bottom, some more stuff, so you got to be careful with that. Make sure you don't get those out of order. I'll go ahead and start a roll below it because I'm out of desk. And now, next thing you want to do is take this little piece here, and it will slide up with that one gear in the middle. You want to keep those pieces together. And that's about as far as you need to take apart this side. You go ahead and clean all that out in there. Now if you want to get to the worm gear, you take apart this screw right here on this side. Careful not to lose it, these are super tiny. And this screw on this side. And this top plate will come off. And that will give you access to this little thing right here is where your pawl would be. And those pawls do wear down. Pawl out. You want to take like a little needle or something, slide it up under there, and pop it up until it's high enough where you can grab on to this little piece right here, the pair of pliers. Once that it's out, just set that off to the side of the little cap. Then to get the worm gear out itself, you're going to need to come to the left side of the reel. And there's a little clip right here, and you just want to take and then put the edge of your screwdriver in that clip. Keep your thumb on it so it doesn't go flying. So you pull that out, set it off to the side so you don't lose it. There's going to be a little washer and a little plastic retainer that you're going to want to take off. You want to set all three of those things together. That plastic retainer just pops out. You're going to take it, grab it from the gear side. You're going to want to pull that all the way through. And there you have your worm gear. Pull it all the way out. You can replace that or clean it, depending on what you need to do. And then that should be as far as you should have to take it apart to fix or clean anything. And you get in there and scrub it real good, spray it down.